Yeah. Hello, resilient kings and queens. Hello, your queen is here. How are you guys doing? Hey, hello. I'm here tonight, so I say let me come in and say hello. Your girl is here. Your queen. They call you your one and only resilient queen, the crazy queen. She's here. So come on in and say hello, good night, resilient queen. How are you today? And I will tell you I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Because I'm doing fine, guys. I'm doing fine. Yes, I went to practice today. It was beautiful. Because there was no practice. They sent me an email, but my email was full, so I couldn't see. But thank God I went there. Thank God. Hey, Con, how are you? So your smile is louder than your pain. 100%. 100. You know it. Hey, look at it. Hey. How you doing, Con? Bless up yourself. How you doing? Greetings to your top fans. Hey, Con. How you doing? Yes, it's true. It's true. You know, most times people going through a lot of things in life sometimes, and they put a smile on their face and you would never know that they were going through something, and they stand right beside you. Progress, through pain. Yes, man, we have to learn to propel through those things. Yes, man. Gotta be louder. I was just right here just now and I'm like, what should I tackle this video? Because, at first I'm like, I don't want to tackle it. And then I just heard the voice saying, tackle it just like this. And it just came to my mind. And I just obey. Yes, man. My smile is louder than my pain. And a lot of people go through stuff all the time. And they keep a straight face or they put a smile on their face. But deep down, they're going through a lot. But guess what? They smile power through them. Let that smile power through. So bless up yourself, my moderator. How you doing? More blessings to one and all. We have to go through life. It's 24 hours. That's what I told you guys. 24 hours of my day. Hey, it ain't gonna be 24 hours for for everything just one way. But I'm here and I'm thankful and I'm blessed. So my smile is always gonna be louder. And I will encourage all my kings and queens to make sure their smile is louder too. Karina 8208. I probably need glasses. Hi. Keyshawn Harvey. Say hello, beautiful. Hello, how are you? Yo, you say you're a hacker? What you hacking? What are you hacking? Behave yourself. Behave yourself. What are you hacking? Don't get in no trouble now. Don't get in trouble, okay? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Oh, you do Roblox. Oh, I don't do that. My son do that. I block him off every one of them. And he still find a way to get on it. I'm doing good, Keisha Harvey. How you doing? Oh, you two words? Oh, okay. Bless up yourself though, Karina. Bless up yourself. Greetings to one and all. Greetings. I'm here. I am here, everybody. My swa. Oh no, me have a big swa. Hey, loud, right? Get the louder than my pain, louder. He said, "I love your hat." Oh, thank you. Yeah, I bought it at one of those called corner shop. You say you're doing fine. Bless up yourself, Keisha and Harvey. Bless up yourself. Yes, man. Just hang on in the people when you have on the pain. I see a lot of people go through pain and through whatever it is they go through, but they never let that pain hold them back. They still have a smile on their faces every day. Every day. They got a smile on their face. When the pain hit them in the right way, yeah, they might, have a different look, but they pull through, and I'm telling you all that we can do this. We can do this. We can pull through. All right. So let your smile louder than your pain. Man, I need to get my merch out. That's what I need to do. Cause that would be a nice one to put on my shirt. Don't steal my slogan. Louder, let your smile be louder than your pain. Because I've seen a lot of people being through stuff, not just myself. And some people would tell you, I didn't know this person was sick, and I was here with them even yesterday laughing because their smile was louder than their pain. Ain't that a beautiful one? So everybody who going through something, just take that slogan everywhere you go, and tell yourself your smile is louder than your pain. And it doesn't mean that it have to be a smile. It could be something else. You don't have to say smile. You know, it could be just the way you're feeling. You know, your confidence. The way you're progressing in life, regardless of your obstacles, regardless of the barriers, regardless of the hurdles, regardless of the things you have to go through, the dark tunnels, the times when life feel like everything is jet dark, pitch black. You know what I mean? So it doesn't necessarily mean it have to be a smile. That was what came to my thought and to my mind. So that doesn't mean it have to be yours. But if you know what your situation is or your circumstances and whatever it that is happening to you, and you can say your smile is louder than your pain, listen. They say you need motivation in this world to keep going. You need strength, you need encouragement, you need reminders, you need challenge, you need risk. Yes, because you got to take risk in life. Sometimes some of them are risky. And when you escape the risk, you have to say, thank you, Lord. You hear some people say, nobody but Jesus. But guess what? He gonna make something louder on you. He will make something definitely louder on you. Because he put you through the pain. And you stand the test of time through everything. And he will put you through it again and again. And you will succumb. You know what I mean? So let your smile be louder than your pain. You know that song say louder, louder, louder. Let it be louder, okay, people? Okay. And it's 24 hour. And you know me. I tell you all the time, it's 24 hour in the day. 24 hour. You ain't gonna sit here for 24 hour, consume up with 24 hour. Your day gotta be circulating like money. Money circulate, okay, so do I. You're gonna circulate, you're gonna generate, right? Right. You're gonna generate because how else you gonna survive in this world? You can't survive off one thing. You tell me how you survive. Even though water is one of the best thing you can. Shock 13 edit say hi. Hey Shock, how you doing? Welcome. All of our respect to one and all. Even though water is one of the greatest thing we will be ever putting into our body, but even though it's the greatest, but still we still need other things to combat the water too. So such is life. You say you have one question. What is your question? If I can answer, answer. If I can't, then I pass. Pass. My smile is louder than my pain. Bless up yourself, my moderator court. What is your question? One question I have to ask. So how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I know you guys see me earlier today, and then back again, run some air. So I took my son to basketball practice. The little one didn't want to go nowhere because he said basketball is trash, but he don't know what money is until he see it later. Yeah? Until he see it later, okay? He don't know what goal is until he see goal later. Like when you see your brother in the goal and he say, hey, I want to be like my brother, okay? Well, I'll remind him. You remember you said this? Hey, yeah, if I still have my memory, I'm going to remind him. So I went there today and they didn't have any because they're fixing the court so that when they're playing basketball they don't slip, because I guess they were slipping too much because they had to keep wiping it, so they redoing it. So this week I gotta drive to two different center this week to go take him to his game, but they had some other things there they were doing today, and I asked them what they have going on now, and they told me, and they over at 7 something. So I had to go in there and tell my son, hey, I'm ready to go home. So I let him stay till almost 8 o'clock. He stays there. to do what he was doing in the computer lab and stuff. So he get to do that. And then I actually signed him up so every day I could take him there to get some things done. Socialization plus doing some other work or so, yeah. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. Oh, yeah, it's been a while. Hey, pick me. Hey, I think the last time I saw you, you were on my live, but I couldn't talk. I was very busy. I did a silent live, but I was in the back, but I could not say anything. And then I couldn't communicate with you. Because I was the whole, hey, pick me. Welcome, pick me. Welcome. How are you? Greetings. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Resilient Queen, the crazy queen is here. Yay. And I gotta head out in a few too. Not right now, but when I get a call. I hope they don't call this one. Call the other phone. So yeah, I'm here. I'm here with my smile louder than my pain, and I want to say to every one of you, no matter what you're going through, find something that is going to be louder than what is trying to distract you, okay? You'll be distracted for a little bit, just don't let it have you for the whole day. 24 hours? No. 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 That's not a medicine for you. 24 hour, okay? So just make sure you take a day and you take it like a daily dose of medicine. Yeah? My smile is louder than my pain. What is your day gonna be louder? What is gonna be louder than your pain? Think about it. What is it? What is it that you hope to be louder than what? It could be anything you're going through. Make it be louder than something else. Because you see how you can take you're striking the balance to be encouraging to yourself, because we all need to learn how to be encouraging to ourselves, because sometimes you're going to have days when you can't depend on no one to encourage you, and you can't depend on nobody to always encourage you. You have to learn to find that within you, because the strength that you're going to gain is going to come from within. you know it's going to come from within, and then it will radiate out here into the universe. And then when somebody is encouraging you, or you go for encouragement, you go for motivation, you go for inspiration, you go for support or whatever, you will feel it more, and it will become more louder in your everyday life, because now you can hear something like jingle bell, you know what time it is. When you hear jingle bell, you know what time it is. The same way when you can come from within to motivate yourself and strengthen you. It's like they say strengthen your core. When you can strengthen your core, they never say somebody else, they say your core. That means you're working on you. You're not working on somebody else, because you cannot work on somebody else. So when you hear the motivation around the corner, the inspiration, the encouragement, the drive, everything that's gonna come when somebody giving something to you to help you, to uplift you, to encourage you, you will feel it, because you started within you. You started that strength in you. You shift from your weakness, and here you are with your strength. You ever in the bed for the whole day? And you're just sick and tired, and you just lay down, maybe rolling over, coughing, doing all kind of stuff, when especially kind of weather like this. Huh? But you were there, keep telling yourself, I gotta get up, I gotta get up, I gotta get up. You tell yourself you gotta get up, but you didn't get up. But guess what going to wake you up now? You might hear a knock at the door. Or somebody call the phone and say, hey bro, where you at? And I'm in this bed, I'm not feeling well. And they say, hey, I'm coming over. Do you know that strength you just gained? You gain a whole different strength, because you were just telling yourself you gotta get up, you gotta get up. Remember, you just tell yourself you gotta get up, you gotta get up. You may never say it out aloud for anybody to hear, but the universe hear you. And then somebody called you, bro, where you at? Sis, where you at? Enjoy with Naomi. Hello, my dearest. How are you? I'm doing good. Enjoy with Naomi. He says, super. Wow. How are you? I am here with my big smile tonight. Bless up yourself. How you doing? Greetings. Greetings to one and all. Manners of and respect to one and all. Hats off to you all. Thank you for your love and support, as always. And you hear that knock at your door, or You hear a phone call. Sometimes the phone call you get, sometimes you're like, wait a minute. I've never heard from this person in so long. And guys, the way you jump up, that's the energy you needed. But it started with you. Can you tell yourself, man, I gotta get up, I gotta get up, I gotta get up. But you just needed that little boost. It's like you're telling yourself something for so long. I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. And then somebody come along and tell you, hey, have anybody ever tell you that you could be a comedian? Have anybody ever told you that you could write your own book? Have any You've been saying it. But just the confirmation wasn't there because you were just saying it. But then somebody else see what you even couldn't even synchronize in yourself. You know it's there. You know you got it. You know you can do it. But the drive just wasn't there. And then here comes the drive, the little motivation and the encouragement. So everything starts from within. Sound cliche, but it starts from within. For a lovely queen, bless up yourself. Enjoy with Naomi. Enjoy and appreciate. Thank you as always. Thank you. So guys, so always make something louder than you, okay? And it's 24 hours in your day. Don't make your 24 hours in your day look like it's only one direction you have. You know, we all study in school and you have four direction: east, west, north, and south. Four direction. You notice they don't go the same direction. So we are 24 hours in the day. We don't have to be in one direction. So and it's life. It's life. And don't feel like it's not life because it's reality. You're not gonna always be in the same direction. It's like people who travel for work. They never always travel and go in the same direction sometimes, depending on the kind of job they're doing. Never. Most people who travel, sometimes they may be in I used to know this guy and I haven't seen him in a while. He do computer work or so. I forgot his name. He have about two channel he get. And he travel for work. Sometimes he be in a different state. Sometimes he be in this a place, that the place. And he never always been in one state because he travel for work. So it just goes to show that you're not going to be in the same direction all the time. Even just to go home. It's not one the way to go home. And I'm talking direction to go home, like drive home. Never always one direction to go home. You have many ways. Sometimes you say, oh, but I only know this route. And you get lost. And then here comes GPS to motivate you. Thank God for GPS. Because, the route to take home, you don't need GPS for that, especially if you learn that route. You don't need GPS. But then, you see, they're working on the road. Like over here, they have a lot of construction going on in Michigan. Oh, yeah, a lot of construction. Hey, enough to tell you frustration. Bye. They got a lot of construction going on. You know what I mean? Even on the highways, where they partition the lanes are so now they got a lot of construction here going on, but at least they're doing something to upgrade the road and fix the road. You know what I mean? So no problem. You just have to take your frustration somewhere else. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show that they have many ways to get home. Sometimes you know this route to go home, so you don't need a GPS. Cool, because you know your way home because it's something you've been taking all the time, more frequent. Yeah, so you learn the route. Okay, cool. But what when there's a roadblock and you have to detour? Yes, there's another way to get home, but you might not be familiar with that route. You might know half the journey, but not all the journey because you never used to be on that route a lot. Unless if it's circumstances led you to be on that route. So you're going to be on that route, right? So now you're going to have to be half GPS and half you. So now you're going to have to depend on the GPS at some point. Not everybody though, because after they've been around the whole city, they know it. They can direct you from point A to point B to point Z. So you have some Google brain here. Yes, man, you have some GPS, real human GPS. Yes. I met some of them, real human GPS. No matter what time of night it is, they know exactly where they go. And if they go here and they say dead end because they're working on the road, they can tell it, we can go this way. Do you understand? So we have the human GPS too. So just saying there is a lot to learn in life, and it's 24 hour, and we can just take our 24 hour just looking in one direction. It's like somebody who get fired from a job, and the first thing they said, the man who is not thinking clearly, first thing he said, what am I gonna do? What do you mean, what you gonna do? If you just get fired from a job and the first thing you think about, what are you gonna do? Wrong approach. Because they have four directions: east, west, north, and south. Remember them. Not because this direction didn't work out in your favor doesn't mean the other. There's no. You have three more. Go the other direction. You understand? So sometimes you look and you say, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do?" No, this is the time you start to roll. Think. You gotta think, because think not gonna think for you. So you have to tell yourself, "What am I gonna do?" You better realize that there's several ways to get home, and there's several ways to do stuff. Some things might not be what you 100% like. Joes, how you doing? Bless up yourself. Greetings to you. Greetings. So you gotta think. And don't feel like because oh you're so accustomed to one thing that when something else opportunity presents itself, oh, I don't know what to do. No. Don't jet lag yourself. You know, I've seen sometimes when I've seen a lot of things go on, like with me, and I will call and somebody say, what you gonna do? I say, what do you mean what I gonna do? This is what I tell people. I say, when you worried about what do you mean what am I gonna do? You know what the songwriter say? As long as I'm breathing. You who know that song? As long as I'm breathing, I got the reason to pray. You got the reason to pray. You also got the reason to keep going. Not because one door is closed doesn't mean every door gonna close on you. You understand? You have a whole lot of door closed on you. But that doesn't mean that every single door gonna be closed on you. And then some doors are just meant to close. What you gonna do? Try to knock on it for open it? No, let that door close. Thank God when it closed. Tell yourself that chapter that you were lingering in, back and forth, can't think, can't even try to get out of that stress you put yourself into. And the door closed. Thank God it closed. Thank God for it. It closed. Let it close. Why you trying to open it back? No, let it close. Willie Wong 536 said, "Let me fly you out." Hey, you say fly me out. You want to give me a runaway ticket? Hey, you know what I mean? So let that door close. Don't be keep running back to that door for what? If it close and you think it finished, let it close. Bye. Next chapter. That's how chapter book come about. Because when one thing is closed, that chapter is done. That chapter signed, seal, and deliver. You move on to the next chapter. What do you think chapter book came about? Okay, this chapter is done. You gotta write another chapter. Because it's getting more interested and it's getting more fun. Yeah? He said, I'll take you to Dubai. All right, I'm not pressed to traveling right now. But thank you, I appreciate. So you gotta tell yourself there's four poles of this world. When one closes, don't feel like the rest is all gonna close at you. No, we're not. Because sometimes, when things not going so good, you will have a lot of people drift away from you. They were meant to drift. because things blow with the wind. So when the wind blow and they drift that way, let they go. What you worried about? Can't worry. Gotta stay focused. You stay focused. At least somebody know that you're you. You gotta stay focused. Everything ain't gonna come in the same direction. Have you ever stand at a place and you're waiting for somebody you're meeting up somebody and you're at this direction, this end, and they're at the other end? And you all on the phone talking and probably looking in each other's face and didn't even realize that you were standing this close to the person. Then when one realized what the other person said, turn around. And when you turn around, you're facing each other. But you were in two different directions. So funny, right? But it's life. Don't downgrade yourself for nothing. Even when you're upset and you're frustrated, let it be known. Because the world that we're living in, as a kid, I grew up, I hear that Jacka said the world is not level. It is not level. Not one bit. It is not level. No matter the playing field, everybody gonna create out here. It is not level. That's what Jacka said. That's what we heard. I heard growing up as a kid. Jacka said this world is not level. So I don't know why I'm gonna try to be level in it. It's not a playing field. But through your storm, through your pain, you make sure you know what is it that you can make louder. You know, it's like when somebody trying to low key, low key throw ball at you, you know, or whatever. You gotta fight. And when I say fight, it doesn't mean you have to go to them and physically attack them. You gotta stand up for what you believe in. Now, what is it that you can use to strengthen you when whatever they're gonna throw at you gonna cause you pain and gonna cause you to feel like you're not worthy. It gonna make you feel like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. If you don't realize that you need something to be louder to strengthen you, then whatever they throw at you gonna be louder than what you need to strengthen you. You know, we all got powers because we were born powerful people. 1 second. We were born very powerful. We might not think that we are powerful people, but we are very powerful. You know, we just have to tap into our ability to realize. And let me tell you something that I learned from myself. Don't feel bad when you go through stuff. You should be proud of yourself because it's giving you lessons. Because the man who don't learn nothing running everything. The man who don't learn nothing running everything. And when you say running everything, everything that thrown at him goes like, why me? Why everything coming at me? Because he just start get his dose of his medicine. This is like you say, oh, nothing never happened to me. You never say never. Okay, you never know when nothing will happen to you. You never know. None of us know. You could look at somebody now like, oh, you could say all you want to say. But we all have a path to tread. You might see somebody else's path that they're treading. And you might be, upset about their path that they're treading. But it's not for you to be upset. It's for you to learn from. So that you don't fall trapped in anything later like that. And that's how lessons come about. And that's how examples come about. How do you think this will gain examples? If everything was on the right track and everything, what example would be there? What lesson would be there? What life lesson would be there for you to learn from? It's like somebody say, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to be like my dad because my dad was this, my mom was that. Because there are life lessons to those people. because you grew up to see how they struggle and the things they do that mess them up and all these things, and you grow up and you tell yourself, I don't want to be like them. I want to be different. Because you gain some life lessons from the things you see around you. Everything you gain insight on, you know. It's like a man who been through something and he will be seeing a young person on the street and he will say, son or my daughter, I'm telling you something now. I've been down that path you're on. It's not a nice path. Don't even try to go further. Just change your ways. Just don't do this or whatever. And some, you're young. You're not thinking. You tell that man, go away. Who are you? Who are you talking to? Who are you to encourage me? Who are you to motivate me? But the truth be told, those are the best person to motivate you because they live something. They live it themselves. They're not telling you a story. They're telling you as an example because they go through the stuff themselves that they see you going through. Maybe even worse. Some people have the scars to show. There was this young songwriter that said, I've got the scars to show. So some people got the scars to show. So they ain't gonna tell you anything or make up no story just so you to feel like, okay, believe them. No. There's a songwriter in Jamaica that have this song say, I've got the scars to show. And I'm on my bended knees. So many people got scars to show others. But they might not be the person. They might not be the person that you want them to be. Doesn't mean you can't learn from them. They might not be the smartest person in the room. Doesn't mean you can't learn from them. They might not be qualified like everybody else. Doesn't mean you can't learn from them. They might not have nothing. Doesn't mean you can't learn from them. Everybody go from nothing to something. Unless you want to stop at nothing. But everybody can go from nothing to something. It happen all the time. And everybody have a scar to show. Friends hurt you, family hurt you, people hurt you, job hurt you. Giving birth can even become a disaster. Tear your whole life apart if you're a woman. So many things can teach you in this world. Life lessons that some of them you weren't even prepared for. But you know who I respect? The man who don't judge people. I respect that man. You know why? Because that man live his life. And he live it and he learned it. And he know what it is to be in other people's shoes. He know. So he don't just talk because it's cheap. He live it himself. It's like a man who been to jail and come back out and yesterday come out here doing reach program to reach to the youths in the inner cities and all these things. Do you know those are some of the best people to learn from? When you see young youths in the street and young girls in the street not listening, and these people come back from, they get a second chance at life, depending on what they did, and they decide to take that second chance and turn it around into something more meaningful to show young people, hey, I was in the street. I was all over the place too. So I understand you. Those persons are relatable. Because if you're in the street or whatever you're doing and these people come and talking to you, you will have a conversation with them quicker than somebody else who just come and run in their mouth. You will literally have a connection with them too. Because what? They are relatable. A lot of people don't understand people. That's why they're not relatable to people because they don't understand. They just see from their eyes and their eyes only. So therefore, their dots are just dark until they're in your shoes. Then they want you to understand them. Do you know some people wait for you to be in their shoes before they could understand what you're saying. And you have to say, but wait, it take you this long to understand what I was just pointing out to you? Examples don't come from the men who never lived nothing or been through nothing. Example come from the men who been through the storms of life, who survived the wrath of life. Those persons can teach you a thing or two in life later on in life because they're not telling you nothing that they never lived. It's like somebody who was homeless and now they find out they get themselves out of the ditch, become homeowners, become entrepreneur, become whatever they need to become to tell themselves they will not be back like where they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Those people you can learn a thing or two from because they're not capping one bit. They're not just telling stories based upon other people's stories. They're telling you what they lived. And a lot of people don't understand when you say one of the best examples you can ever have is somebody who been through something. Because they're not going to tell you no story. They're not telling you about people's story. They're telling you their story. They're telling you what they have been through. Even if they make reference to maybe their friends or colleagues that they, been around and been in the same shoes like them. They're telling you what they've been through and how they overcome those hurdles that was planted by their wayside, that was meant to drown them out, lost them, so they couldn't find their way back home. But one thing that was in their way that they could not, no one could have devoured them with, was prayer. They never lose hope. They never lost their way with that. Because you always keep praying. Because this will work out for you when you keep praying. Yeah? So don't give up in this life. Make sure you know what your loudness is about. And make it be known. Your loudness, make it be known. Make it be known. It can be through prayer, through music. A lot of people tell their pain through music. So their music is louder than their pain because they write their music and they tell their pain through their music. If you listen to a lot of artists that sing songs or who rap or whatever, you listen, a lot of their pain go through their writing. So they channel their pain and turn it into music. Some people channel their pain and turn it into art and make money to help others, not just themselves, but they know that if they've been through something, they know others are fighting through it too. And when they start to sing, that's why you see a lot of songs that you see are on replay all the time. They're relatable because people are living these things and sometimes don't even know how to express themselves. And through the things that we who are bold enough to speak upon, are brave enough to talk on, are brave enough to sing about, write about, rap about, draw about, scribble about, music about, even through the cooking, through whatever you're doing, somebody can feel at home because something is resonating with them. They're relatable. So make your pain, turn it into something loud. Musicians, they turn their pain into music. They go there. Sometimes they're not having a good day. They go to the studio and they start, some of them rapping, singing, drawing, writing, scribbling, become a whole video that they probably, if they were, everything was good within that time, they would have never done. So the real test of time is when you're going through the tough times of your life, is what's going to make you you. If you don't break it, then it must fix you. Because when you're going through the tough times of life, the turmoil phase of life, that's what's gonna challenge you to see what's gonna really break you or make you. And you have to hold on to these things. So you have to channel your pain into something. Musicians do it, artists do it. Somebody who like running, lace their shoes up and they go out the door. I want to. Some people eat their pain away, but I wouldn't recommend that one. Cause you don't need some discipline with that one, because then you can eat yourself to more sickness. It's like getting trying to get rid of your pain, numb your pain through food, but that one is not the best one. Go out in nature. Get you a nice fresh glass of water. And all you need for that day is just to cleanse you, clear your spirit, and drink that water. Because your pain is something that when it comes on, it make you overwork. It's like a car that's not running properly, you start to get overwork because something is going on. And then whatever else need to trip in to help that poor car out, this is gonna really make the car overwork. Same thing with us as human being. So you have to make something louder on you. You gotta make something louder on you, whatever that is. Some people journal. Some people have a loved one that they can call and talk to. Some people write about anything. Some people create a whole comic book or something about whatever they're going through. We're living in a world now where we don't have to hide our pain no more, because our pain can turn into something more positive, more uplifting. Maybe not for you when you were going through stuff, but for so many others. Because you're bringing awareness. When you have your pain and you're turning your pain into something louder, you are turning it into something to help others. You're bringing awareness. Awareness is the key. So many times we are lost in a lot of stuff, and we would never know that we are lost until we hear others talking about it. And you're like, oh my God, I was just going through that. Oh my God. And it's like you're shocked. Because in your head, you might think that that was a thing. You don't know. Because at that time when you're going through something in life, sometimes you think that you're alone. When you're going through stuff in life, you think that whatever you're going through, you're alone. Because you don't hear nobody talk about it. You don't hear anybody say anything about it. So you think you're alone. But you have to say, thank God for the digital world we're in now. People are more open. People are bringing more awareness to a lot of stuff so that we can understand. Hold on. Hey, where you at? Which one? Oh, you don't leave yet? Oh. All right, when you reach young, let me know. I'm doing live. All right. So I'm telling you, a lot of things be happening in this world, guys, and the digital world we're in, people are becoming more open and bringing more awareness to a lot of stuff that is happening. Sometimes you might not bring across in the way you want it to be brought across, but guess what? When people are going through stuff, they ain't thinking about nothing. They just want to bring what they need to bring out. They just want to say what they gotta say, but it might help somebody else later. Because sometimes it's not about the neatness. Like I told you guys, I remember when I was at this job and they weren't treating me properly. It was a madman on the street that you would call a mad. Well, we in Jamaica say a madman on the street. It was a madman on the street. that know about another place and say, young lady, you deserve better, and find me that other job. So let me tell you something. That's why I say you don't look at people, you don't judge people because you never know. Sometimes you need the same person on the road to ask a question because sometimes you might be safer asking them question the madman you see on the street. It might be safer to pull up your car and say, hey, excuse me, can you give me the direction to go here? I don't know, or something. And you may even feel comfortable asking him question. As long as he's not being rude. Than even asking somebody who already sober. So it's life. You just have to choose your battles. Because everyone, you ain't going to win them. You will not. Remember, when one door is closed, you have three more doors. Because you have four parts of the world. East, west, north, and south. Always remember that. So even if you're at a place and you don't think your time is valuable there, you don't think that they are treating you good or anything, you have three more ways to be treated good. You have three more ways to be treated good. You just gotta go out there and seek. Because no door ain't going to just open for you like that. Even the sliding door. You stand at distance and see if that sliding door because the sliding door go open for you. You better go closer to it. You ever see these doors in the stores nowadays? Like most of you go to this grocery store nowadays. And you see these doors. Don't you have to go a little close to them for the sensor to trip in for you to understand? Because that door ain't going to open for you from a distance. No, and it's not even waiting on you either. So you better get to that door real quick and fast because that door don't have the time to waste. Hey. Platinum Player 23 say, you in Detroit now, baby girl. Yay, I'm in Detroit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that door ain't waiting on you. So even a sliding door, start paying attention because a lot of times, we are out here and we're not paying attention to the little things. We're looking at the big things. Yes, everybody, it's nice to look at the big things. But start to pay attention to the little details of life, Like they say, you gotta read the fine prints. Start reading some of those little fine prints. Because they're gonna be very important. You said meet you down at Fort Field. Let's get some Detroit style pizza on me. You're so funny. Bless up yourself, man. You in Detroit? I don't meet strangers. But so that's how life is, guys. Not even the door that slide. Anybody ever go through a sliding door know exactly what I'm talking about. Next time you go through a sliding door, you stand a little distance. You stand a little distance. Oh, okay. Stand a little distance from that door and see if that door open for you. You better get close to that door for that door to open for you because it will not open. Even an elevator. You have to press the button to go into the elevator, and it's so funny. The longer you have the door open, waiting for somebody else to come, the poor elevator starts to scream out, "Wait! Lock me back! Close my door! Close!" The elevator get mad, yes, because it start beep like crazy. You have a wonderful night as well. Thank you for stopping by. Bless up yourself. Just the things. You have a gate, and you gotta press the remote to get out that gate. And if you don't quick enough, that gate gonna close by the time you get there. So it goes to show that nothing waits on you in this world. So you have to always be on your P's and Q's. Nothing. No job, nothing. Not even life don't wait on you. Nothing. Even common cold don't even wait on you. Just get you sick. And if you don't try to treat it, it's gonna stay longer on you. The longer it stay on you, you're in a trouble. Even the common cold that we go through. So make something be louder on you. Whatever that is. Don't have to be a smile. Mine is my smile. Know what signature is on you. That every time you get down in life or you feel down or you feel out, You feel sad, you feel angry, you feel mad, anything you feel about. Make sure you know you have something on you that you can always bounce back to. It's like the children that grew up in church, like us who grew up in church. And like if you get upset or sin or anything, you can always go back to your roots and go pray and ask for God forgiveness, for guidance, for protection, because He know we're sinners. Can't run from that, yeah. But there's a way to come back, bigger, better, and stronger, and it's to clear you. You can't clear the world. You gotta clear you. Because if you sin, or you think you go overboard and you do too much and all these things, you have to ask God for forgiveness. You have to pray, and then He cleanses. So there, make something louder in you, whatever that is. Especially when we have children in the house. Something got to be loud in you because there are going to be times when things are going to be overboard, and you're just not going to have those days when you feel like you just want to be left alone. And they're going to have to understand what all this meant. Because if you don't teach them, who going to teach them? They ain't going to get certain life skill in school. They will get the ones that to help them out there, but they're not going to get certain things. The common ones that they need to have, they're not going to have it. They're going to have to gain that from home or their peers. And it's going to be all depends on their peers. Wow. Yes, family, but that's a life. God, they say, who God bless, no man curse. He said, thank you, Father God, we pass the worst. And I'm encouraging everybody here, make something louder than you. Don't feel bad about when things are not loud. You just find your way back. Find your way back to strengthen you. Strengthen you. Because we all need motivation. We all need motivation. We all need encouragement. We all need support. We all need everything in life. Everything we need in this world. You know, we don't just need we don't just need to be on one path. You need something. It's like different mindset, different perspective, different angles of life. You need it. Because it's like you ever see if you never get lost, you won't even realize that wait, there was a store right here, and I'm always going over here. But you wouldn't know if you didn't get lost. And sometimes you have to get lost to find your way back home. Because it start putting in our mindset that you are able now to think. Yes, you ever get lost? You're so eager to get home that everything you're doing is just trying to think. Worse if your phone not working, you get lost. And your battery about to die, 2%. At this time, you go have to hurry up. Hey, your brain start work. Okay, your brain is not in a comfortable position right now. You don't know where you at. You don't know if you don't know which angle you at. If you're at east, west, north, or south. Now your brain start work for you. Worse if it's late night and you end up detour and they don't know where you detour to. You gotta think how to get back home. And when your brain start to think, you gonna make a few mistakes because it's learning. It's like relearning within that split seconds. You're relearning until you realize, oh, I know where I'm at. Oh, I know where I'm at. Like the other night when I went to bowling, we're coming back and drop off and we're using the GPS to get back. And let me tell you something, GPS was sending me on some wrong way. I'm like, what? And it's night, it's dark. I'm like, oh my God, the GPS tell me to go here. And I look at the GPS. I'm saying, man. So when I reach halfway and I say, oh, wait, let me stop and look around. Let's stop and look around and say, okay, I think I know where I'm at now. Because I had to start let my brain help me because the GPS wasn't helping me now. Then at one point I have to reverse up in people's yard and then turn around and so I could get back to where I need to get back to. You gotta start thinking that's how your brain go help you. You ever see somebody brain start to think when they're in hot water, they start to generate. The fastest their brain start work for them. It wasn't working all along. Mm. Interested. I think my brain run out now. You know, there's a limit when you talk. You know, you have a limit. No boy anybody is but do you know you have a limit when you when like let's say something come to your thought and you're talking about it. I know for me and I'm talking about it and it's like when it's done, it's done. So there's no need to be saying this or saying that. It's like I don't know, the mind work in a powerful way. It's like when your mind say everything is over, it's over. But it's like it says done. Done. That's it. It's done, family. So hope you guys are doing good. I come home and make me some soup. I make me some soup. Yeah, came home, make me some soup. I posted too. I posted soup I made today. It was very nice, and I put the egg noodles in there. You know the egg noodles nice in your soup. Yeah, those egg noodles very nice in your soup. So I made me some soup and put the egg noodles in there, and it's really nice in the soup. I watched my son eating up the noodles in the soup. I'm like, oh, I need to buy me some more. Those egg noodles really nice in the soup. So good. So I made that soup. It wasn't anything extra. I posted soup. It wasn't anything much, but it's was somebody had given me one of those canned beef thing there, and I put it in there and stuff. And it was really good. Made it real quick. Sorry, sorry guys. I made it real quick. I'm a little bit tired too. I made it real quick and stuff, and everybody eat and enjoy. Sometimes simple, better. It was really good. I tear mine up too, quick and fast. So I gotta get me some more egg noodles to so when I'm making like certain kind of soup, like if you're making it from the can or whatever, I can add the egg noodle in there to add for the carbohydrates, you know, because I had the beans and everything, the grains up in there. So yeah, so yeah, add the carbs because now he doing sports, so you know he gonna need the carbs because he's burning it, so he need it. He might not need a whole lot, but so yeah. Yes, family. So no matter what it is, don't give up. I'm encouraging everybody, don't give up. The challenge of life sometimes is never easy, but I will not encourage anybody to give up. Keep pushing yourself, however, the best way you know how, and one day we destination. You will get there. Nothing wrong if you have to detour. Just detour, come back. You'll figure your way out. You know, because we live in our world where things can be overwhelmed at times. Doesn't mean the world bringing anything on you, because just within your own parameter, things can be overwhelmed at times. Doesn't mean you have to sit down and just say, "Oh, I'm overwhelmed and overwhelmed." We have to get up and do something about it. If you don't do anything about it, you're not gonna know. So you have to fight and don't give up. As the songwriter said, "Never give up. We never giving in. Solid as a rock." It's not easy to be solid as a rock. You have to work to be solid as a rock. Okay, you have to be working to be solid as a rock. And one day you'll be an example to somebody. Because people see your journey, people see your struggles, people see you weren't afraid to be you. People, listen, time will come that the same you that somebody will look at and say, this is the same you they're going to look at one day and looking up to realize that this person never give up throughout their storms, throughout their hurdles, throughout their pain. They make something stand out louder. And as I said, musicians do that. They make their music louder than their pain, you know. And all they need around them is just the right support system to keep them making good music, keep them in the rhythm of things, and keep them from keep looking back. And that's all they do. That's why you have a lot of people that make music. They live in the music studio basically. Not literally say they live in there, but they just wanna, they make their music louder than their pain. So that way it's like painkiller where you use the painkiller to numb everything, but it did not will solve everything all the time. But at least it gives them a sigh of relief from everything that is becoming so overwhelming, so much too much for them, so much too much sometimes. you know. So find something that can strengthen you, and it come from so many different ways. Pampering yourself, maybe some people go to spa, some might go get a haircut, or some people just take a trip, go somewhere. You don't have to be you and everybody. You could just take a trip by yourself, go wherever you need to go. You know what I mean? Or some people just book an hotel and like, you know what, tonight I won't stay home. And they just book a hotel and go, or a motel or whatever, and then just go there to chill. That's all. Because they know that they need to turn their pain, they need to find something to make it louder than their pain. And if that means, some people just go to a restaurant by themselves. They need no bunch of crowd or anything to turn your pain into something loud. No, you just go, boom, you might happen to find somebody who can just shift your mind because they just start talking to you. Because you have social creatures out here. You can just go walk somewhere and just meet somebody instantly and they just start talking to you like you met them 3 years ago. And you just literally met. And you're like, because that person was meant to cross a path to help you out. That's your motivation right there. That's the encouragement right there. And you be wondering, why is this person talking to me so nice and everything? Don't worry about it. You just stay the course, stay focused, stay alert, and stay positive and don't get distracted, so that you can always be on course. It's all because when you're going through stuff, you can be easily distracted and become not louder, you know? So, but things are always in our pathway to help guide us. Always. Every time you see like you're gonna have a slip, a curveball, or something, there's always something that's gonna come in the pathway to also fight what is in the pathway to distract you. But you as a person that are faced with challenge, have to know what that is. And I mean you can't be sleeping, you gotta wake up. You gotta be keeping that brain thinking, rolling, so that you can understand what exactly is that in that pathway there for you. Because maybe at first you're trying to figure it out. That's why you can't sleep. But once you figure out what is that in your pathway that is hindering you, that is a hurdle, that is trying to distract you or trying to destroy you or trying to damage you, trying to do whatever it need to do to you, you have to find the things now that can make you louder. And making you louder doesn't mean you have to be boisterous. You have to be like Resilient Queen. It's just gonna put you on a different path to greatness. That's all that is. Some people writing a book right now through everything. Actually, I think I saw somebody write a book recently about to publish. I think he published today. If not, if not today, somebody published a book through their pain. So while we're going through stuff, and a lot of people have hidden stuff that they're scared to speak about, but they hear other people who are bold enough and brave enough to speak on a lot of stuff. It don't have to be anything too in depth or anything, but they hear people talking about a lot of stuff, the struggles they face, whether emotionally, mentally, psychologically, all the different kind of alleys. Somebody climb up them. I guarantee you, somebody climb them up. But just to hear other people speak on stuff, they don't have to go into great details, but just to hear people talk on a lot of stuff, whether it is, the stress, the pain, the work, the kids, the family, the home, whatever they're living through or going through, and they hear others talk about it, they start to realize that I'm not alone. And when they realize that they're not alone, they feel much more better within themselves to come out of what they're in. Because they're looking at, if this person can do it, so can I. Sometimes it took these people that are bold and brave enough out here in society that are speaking up. It took them years to even speak up. 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So it's not like it was a walk in the park for them. No, it wasn't. But they know that if then somebody out here are even hurting more than them, that are even afraid, because one, sometimes you don't have the luxury, you don't have the things or the wherewithal to even come out and say XYZ. And you may be bashed for it and whatever, and then even put you back in our shell. You understand? So when you hear some people come out and they speak their mind and talk about something, you know out here, you just get saved. Because somebody just saved all of you the struggle or the stress that you would have to go through for you to just come and say, hey, they just save you. No, you can go buy their book, or you could go read about this, you could go watch their movie, you could go do so much just to get that safe peace of mind that you so desire. And now you can start feel comfortable to share your journey. So a lot of things out here, you think a lot of people start sharing their journey or sharing their story or sharing. I remember I I need to realize a lot of people who start talk about fertility issues. I don't even know how many people start talk about that before. And then that one person just come and talk about fertility issues. I'm just using that as an example. That's what come to my mind. And then that opened the door for a lot of other persons who are struggling with these things to come forward to speak on and say, to realize that they have a place for them. They can have this safe discussion with others on what they did while they were struggling with their fertility issues, their this, their that. Same thing. You have people who always drink and can, just drink, drink, drink. And one day they're tired of drinking, 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 and start to change their life. And they realize that, you know what? They're not alone. So now you have places that people can go to help become sober. Somebody started that because they were in that dilemma. They themselves could have probably written off the planet before, but they created something so others can benefit from it. A lot of these organizations and institutions, they got a back end story. They're not just here because they want to be here. They got a story. They are an example. And they make an example out of it for others. So you make it even easier for others to feel more safe and comfortable to walk through those doors that was seem impossible if something wasn't out there for them. Mind you, those doors walking in is not going to be easy when you're trying to fight what is in your pathway, trying to have you around if and but about stuff. But the mere fact you're pulling through and you like a tag of war, you're just tagging along to make sure anything in your way get out your way so that you can get through the door to get the help you need. It's a great thing. So don't ever feel like you are alone. We are never alone. You know how many times I'm here, sometimes and I would feel like I was alone, and I realize that, hey, that's just in your head. You technically are not alone. You're never alone. So never feel one day that you're alone. No matter what it is, never feel like you're alone. If you gotta start feel like you're alone, then I need to start praying. Start praying because he go move more. Listen, he made no mistake when we do stuff. We make mistake, he don't. Without he don't make no mistake, we do. Admit your mistake and move on. The Carmen, can you walk on my back? Oh, your back hurt? Your back hurt? Your back hurt? Oh, yeah. I know that feeling. The other day, my back hurt. I told my son, come and step in my back. Feel good. You just lay flat and let it step right in the center. It felt so good. Gosh. You might have to see if you have anybody at the house there to step in your back. And sometimes we back need to be cracked. That's why they say massage is good for you. Go to massage. Oh, that's another one. Make it loud. Go get a massage. And let them walk up in that back. That's another one. The Carmen, thank you for that one. That's another one. Because sometimes your back need to be cracked. Sometimes you're in up aches and pain and you just need somebody to step in that back for you. Need somebody to step in that back for you to make it to make the pain go away. You know, just somebody you need to step in that back for you. That's it. Nothing too much. Just step in that back for you. So you can ease that pain. Yes, guys, I was just sitting here and as I say, we eat take the kids. Well, only one of them, the big one, the little one, they won't go nowhere. But I gotta prepare for this week, Saturday and Wednesday. I gotta drive two different locations. So yeah, but don't give up your family. You don't give up, and I know one of these days, all that I have created on YouTube will become something to somebody one day that are listening and taking notes. They will become meaningful examples to help others out there in this world, other young people that go through stuff in life, even if it's not a big stuff you go through, whatever you're going through, it doesn't matter if it's major or minor. It's still something you go through. It can help. It can help them because they can look at others and say, let me see how this young lady live her life while she was going through. She might not share everything, but let me see how this young lady had lived her life while she was going through her trauma, her thermal phase, or whatever, even though she didn't share a lot, you know, but at least it can help somebody. It's not just about being this way or being that way. You have four directions of this world, and we all can learn from the four directions because we have everybody from all walks of life within those four directions of the east, west, north, and south. Yeah, we have people all over. So you go learn from them. So that's life, you know. So we can't feel bad about anything when you learn it. Learning is not gonna stop because learning is not gonna stop because your life feel like it stopped. As long as you're breathing, it's alright to say you got a reason to pray. As long as you're breathing, you have a reason to keep going. You got a reason to keep going. Nice and put on my coat later. Put it back in the car. Yeah, family. Anyway, we're not gonna stay any longer because I got something to do too. Not gonna stay any longer, yeah. Just come on here and to say hello, and I'm good. I'm doing good and giving thanks, and I'm here. I'm a little bit tired though. My body is a little bit tired. You know, tired? Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. And then I'm holding on. I'm holding up for a reason right now before I put my head down. So yeah. So anyway, family. What good. Thank you all for your love and support. VIPs, bless upon the said manners of our respect to you all. Likers, manners of our respect to you all. Commenters, manners of our respect to you all. Community, manners of our respect to each and every one. Top fans, manners of our respect to you all. To all of the subscribers, to all of the diamonds and dollar sign, the subscribers, the members, the content creators, everybody, we want to say manners of our respect to you all, and to all of who hype up the videos, manners, love, and respect to all of you, and to everyone watching my shorts, my videos, my lives, my ads, and if you are checking out my I get accepted in the YouTube affiliate program there, and I be start tagging some products or so. So if you guys could check them out, that would be greatly appreciated and stuff like that. So I appreciate you all. So blessing are flowing down regardless of obstacles in the way. Blessing is still flowing down. You understand? Just need for you all to check out and see what's out there, what I'm putting out there and stuff. And if you like it, you can always check it out. Check it out. Hype it up and so. Zainel Maynard say, hey, how are you? Greetings to you. How you doing? Bless up yourself. So big shout out to each and every one. And to my moderator, Karn. Bless up yourself. And to all moderators, bless up yourself. Greetings to one and all. And guess what, guys? We're going to be out for now. I'm so tired, but I have to hold on because I got to make a quick run too. So busy. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll catch you up. So remember now, make something louder for you. Whatever that is, we don't know. You will know. Alright? Until then, I'm out. Thank you all. Have a peaceful night. Bye bye. Get it louder. My smile.